Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to Playing the Human Instrument, Re-Enchanting the Life You Already own, or as this channel is called, thanks for helping me write this book. And today what we're going to do is kind of review a little bit of what I talked about in an earlier video and kind of bring that into focus again, I hope. And remember, we talked about it. And what is it? Well, in an earlier video, I talked about Stevie and Don. Little Stevie had this gleeful moment of enlightenment where he woke up in the morning, looked out the window, and thought to himself, or said to himself, I don't know which it was, but it's happening again. And this it was this amazing chunk of the world that he had access to for yet another day of his life. Then on the other side of the coin, we have my dad, Don, who in our last conversation told me he didn't think it would turn out that way. And it was his life which didn't turn out the way he expected. He was cheated somehow of something that he was supposed to have. And what I'm going to do right now is say that this space is something I call the primordial gap. And what that consists of, you've seen this diagram before, I think, which is my nose, my hands, very crudely drawn. But this is this opening, which is my chunk of the world that's available to me at all times, whenever I am. And what we're trying to do in the process of re-enchanting the life we already own is to take care of this, activate it in a way that brings us delight, and in so doing should also bring delight to others who are part of our lives. The problem is that this perimeter here does not come empty. It's not a blank space. In fact, it is kind of pre-programmed. It reminds me of a computer I bought some time ago, and it was just jam-packed of all kinds of software that I had no interest in. And what I had to do is spend a lot of time decluttering that computer to make it usable for me. And I never was totally successful. New programs and things kept interfering and making my life pretty miserable. And I wound up having to buy a different brand of computer entirely to satisfy my needs. But in terms of life comes to us pre-programmed. It has the programs of our parents. It has the programs of our school system. It has the programs of our society. And the media that we're inviting in all this pre-programming that and if we don't want to suffer the consequences, we have to learn how to exercise the primordial gap in some way to make our lives richer. So this is a really kind of a short rant again, I guess, but I'm glad you joined me. And what I'm trying to do with my primordial gap is to respond to that guy who's now not a baby anymore, but he's a 6-year-old, my grandson, who is my guru. And what he teaches me is the way he approaches life. When he comes to visit us, he wakes up in the morning singing. Throughout the day, as he plays and does his various activities, he sings away. And at night, he quickly sings himself to sleep. That kind of evident joy is what I would like to import into my life. And that's what I'm wishing for you. And I'm hoping we both can achieve this by learning how to play the human instrument. So thanks for joining me today. I hope this makes sense. And, you know, I'm struggling with this video equipment. I hope I've made it work this time. So till next time, bye-bye.